Hello, welcome back to Enthusiast-Many. So today I'm going to talk about some towers that are near Louisville, Kentucky. It's one of the several tower farms of Louisville, Kentucky, but the tower farm itself is located in Indiana, but it's near the Kentucky border. And the first tower I'm going to start off with is this two-antennaed candelabra. And yeah, so this tower has weird LEDs. I think, like, it has unknown LEDs that I don't know about. And if I go back, this used to not be a candelabra, and it still had the same microwave dishes, though. You can see it still has the microwave dishes that it used to have, and it's still red and white, by the way, too. See, it always was red and white, and it had these weird white beacons on them. I'm gonna move over here. It had these weird white beacons. See that? I think it might have had like single strobes or something, and like very likely always had single strobes. And yep, and it got these weird new LEDs I don't know about. And they don't look, they look kind of weird too. And they don't. There's only one on one side of the tower. There's no markers either. I don't know if these LEDs shine white at night only, or white at day, white at night, or white at day, red at night, or red only. I don't know. I have no idea. I call this the weird candelabra because it's weird LEDs. It's also a two-antennaed candelabra, and I usually see three-antennaed candelabras. Well, I haven't seen candelabras much before. I've like before I went to Indianapolis, I only saw them in videos, and the only candelabras I actually saw were just small radio towers with three radio prongs sticking out on the top. That's what I meant by candelabra was like a really tall TV tower with giant antennas sticking out on top. Yeah, and this tower. So one of my tower friends on YouTube, Dexter Witt, he films this tower area way down Birmingham, Alabama, and it's I found the mountain that's on called Red Mountain. I found the mountain when I was studying a highway US 31 back in 2023, but I never found the towers themselves. The towers are pretty cool. They're pretty cool at night. They have strobes and 300 millimeters and stuff like that. And it also has a two-antenna candelabra like this one, and it got that candelabra got LEDs with the FTS 370 night mode, and used to have high intensity strobe lights. And this tower, I'm not sure what kind of night mode it has. I have no idea whether it's white or red. And most tower farms have a long lines tower, like the one I know of here where I live in South Bend, Indiana. It has a long lines tower, just like this one does, just like the one in Birmingham does. So this is a long lines tower. It looks like I don't know what it has. Looks like it has a single strobe. I don't know. Is that a single strobe or a dual strobe? It's not an LED. It's also got markers, so it's definitely not a white-only beacon, because white-only beacons don't come with markers unless if it's a weird beacon setup. Now, I've seen sometimes you have white-only beacons and markers, but that's very, very rare. I'm not sure if this tower would be like... This tower might have an FH306 or something, I don't know. It looks kind of tall, too, so I don't know. So yeah, it also doesn't have its horns. Like the Long Lines Tower I know of in South Bend, Indiana, where I live, it's got horns. Also, the one in Birmingham, Alabama, it's from the 1960s. It's got FH224s. It probably used to shine white. It had old single strobes back then. It's got horns. And there's another tower, the Long Lines Tower there in the Birmingham area. That was from the 40s. And it's got a modern LED, and of course it didn't always have a modern LED since LEDs didn't exist back then. Well, the first LED light itself was created in 1962, I think, and and before then there was no such thing as LEDs. There was either like xenon lights or incandescents and stuff like that. And so xenon lights, flash tube lights were created in the 30s. So yeah. Or it probably that 40s long lines tower probably just had the simplest beacon ever. It should just be a light bulb, just a light bulb and a protective shield that stood on the tower and shined white. I don't know. Maybe they probably had those kinds of beacons back then. They were just meant to be warning beacons. Yeah. So this TV tower, I'm not sure. It probably has LEDs. I think it has LEDs. Yeah. Uh, I look for clear street view. Yes, it does have. Are those are LEDs? I'm not sure if those are strobes or LED. I think they're LEDs. Look, they got markers. Yeah. There's this other TV tower. I'm not sure what it has. Not sure if there's any other roads. There's no other view. So I'm back here now. Oops. I'm back to the first tower. This is the first tower. Yeah, that's the candelabra. That's the weird one with the weird LEDs. Well, the LEDs I don't know about. I'm not sure if they're weird or not, but it wasn't a candelabra before. Yeah, so I already showed you that. And then you got the Long Lines Tower and the other TV towers up there. But there's more TV towers than these. There's more towers in this tower area than these. Somewhere further down there are some more towers. I think there are more towers. Yeah. Yes, there are. So the towers we looked at, are right down there. I think. I don't know. Yeah, so the towers we looked at, I think they're further down. They're down right there, yeah. And that candelabra with the unknown LEDs, they wasn't a candelabra before. It's right down there. Okay, so we got a whole bunch of towers here. We got these two towers, TV mast towers. It's gray, and it has a gray antenna on top. Usually if I see gray towers having red antennas on top. Like, even gray towers get red antennas. So, yeah, so it's kind of weird. But it's kind of weird to see a gray antenna itself, because I've always seen red antennas on TV towers, regardless of being red and white or gray. There's a tower in the South Bend, and a tower farm back here in South Bend where I live. It has LED beacons. They're ITL dual LED beacons, and the tower itself is gray. It's a tall TV tower like this. It's about this tall. It's about the tower, the height of this TV tower or one of the other TV towers. It's gray, and it has a red antenna on top. But this tower, it's gray and has a white antenna on top. See that? Yeah. So that's kind of weird. And I've seen a white antenna in real life before. There's a TV tower in Kalamazoo, Michigan with one. This tower, though, it turns out, this has a white antenna, though it shines red at night. It shines actually white at day and red at night, because it has strobe lights on the tower right there. And it has, I don't know what kind of beacons it used for night mode. Those might be FH307s. But for day mode, it shines white, and it shines by FH205 box strobes. And the box strobes shut off at night, and then the red beacons turn on and take over, and they flash red at night. So the white flashing will stop at night, and then it will start flashing red. And the next tower, I have no idea what this thing has. I have no idea. I've never seen this tower in person. I've never seen any of these towers in person, so I don't even know. This tower might actually be a really short tower. This other tower might actually be very short, and so it might be beaconless, but I don't know. But this tower, yep, it's got a white antenna on top, so that's pretty cool. I like seeing rare and weird stuff like that. Okay, so I'm wondering what. Oh, maybe that is a beacon that's further down. It's not at the top of the tower. I've seen that kind of stuff before. So yeah, I think this TV tower is an FH24 on top. And then, so the candelabra with the beacon setup is the LEDs, the unknown LEDs is down there. Oh wow, so this street view is from top of a mountain. Okay, cool. So that's New Albany, Indiana down there. I wonder if there's any other TV towers to view. There might be some down there, yeah. There's a lot to see from up here. There's yeah. Okay, but going back to the towers. Okay, this one looks like it has a single strobe on top. I gotta see what kind of beacon setup that has, though. It might have strobes and incandescents or something, I don't know. I cannot really tell what this thing has. This is actually a kind of short tower, I guess, so it might only have one tier of beacons. Yes, so it has it looks like it has a single strobe on top. Maybe it's an FH306 or something, yeah, or FH308, I don't know. It had markers though, so it doesn't shine, so I guess it doesn't shine white. Yeah, I guess that little tower is an LED. Okay, so yeah, this tower's got markers, I think. And it's got an FH306 on top, I guess. It's got one tier of markers, I don't know. I'll have to film these towers in real life sometime. Okay. So yeah, then we got this tower. It's actually turns out to be another candelabra, I guess, but it's missing two of its antennas. It has one tier of markers, and it has a TWR E1DBSL, which is a very cool beacon. It has that on top, yeah. There's several more TV towers here. Well, these are not all TV towers. Some of these are AM towers or FM towers. Yeah, that one I guess has got incandescent, and that's got an incandescent too, I guess. I don't know. Or that has LEDs maybe, I guess. Oh no, it's got strobe lights. They got strobe lights, yeah. Yeah, so these towers got strobe lights, yeah. I'm not sure if they're red strobes or I don't know. They might be FH307s. So yeah, I'll have to film these towers at night sometime. It'll be so cool seeing these at night. And yeah, so the towers, there's... Yep, so it's pretty cool. All these have two tiers of strobe lights. Both of these. Yeah, I guess they're 307. They're FH307s. So I'm going to ask Landon, the Google Maps guy, to animate these towers. Yeah. So, well, there's a lot of towers here. Yeah, and that tower's got a strobe light, and you can see some of the that tower's got a red antenna. One of the towers had a red antenna, and the other one's got a white antenna. Yep. I'm gonna look for any more TV towers that could be around here. Also, here's a view of the towers. Some of them. There they are. There's no more down there. They're all over here. Yep, so that's what I want to show you. Thanks for watching. Bye.